Very good. Thank you so much, Bill. That's a wonderful way to get this thing started. Hey, guys, welcome to Unity of Orange County. Please rise. We're going to sing. There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Very nice, everyone. You may be seated. I want to welcome Tina to the platform.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome. And if you're watching on YouTube, we're so glad that you've tuned in today. Before we get started, we always like to affirm our vision and mission statements. Our vision statement, centered in divine love, we joyfully co-create a world that works for all. And our mission statement, to awaken, inspire, and transform lives. And at this time, before we get to announcements, I'd like to acknowledge those that help make this service possible. Of course, our fantastic piano player, Bill, and our wonderful singer, Tom, Waverly Streaming, John on camera, and we'd like to thank our greeters today that gave you a nice warm welcome as you walked in the door. And today our daily word will be read by Reverend Allison, and she will guide us through our wonderful meditation. And we have our joyful Chenise, who will be our guest speaker today. So we're looking forward to her topic today, which is the golden thread. A few announcements. Today is our gratitude circle immediately following the service, and we will be in the youth room and on Zoom, and that will be at 11:15. On Saturday, September the 4th, that's this coming up Saturday, we will be having a church picnic. So be sure to mark your calendars and save the date. And this picnic will be at Laguna Niguel Regional Park at La Paz and Aliso Creek. And we will be at shelter number 10, and we will be there from 11 to 2. So please bring your picnic lunch. If you want to grill something, we will have grill masters there to help you. Mark. And water and chips will be provided. So please bring some soft drinks if you like. And we might even have our drumming circle as well. So that it will be a lot of fun. So please be there. If you have any questions, please see any of your board members around, and then they can help you with that. Sunday the 12th at 11:30, we have Dr. Lara, who will be coming back again. So prepare yourself to experience profound healing in mind, body, and spirit. And she will has a way of talking with the angels, and it's a unique journey that will go within your soul to help you heal traumas, repair DNA, and remember your magnificence. And Dr. Laura is a speaker, author, artist, angelic healer, and intuitive life coach. And love donations are welcome. We do have a new book discussion group, which will begin on Wednesday, September the 29th at 6:30 to 8. It is called Frequency is the book by Penny Pierce. And this is a highly useful book that will help you reliably recognize the core vibration of your truest self and harness your sensitivity so all areas of your life can change for the better. And this is on Zoom, and all of our Zoom classes have the same ID, so it'll be 818-8859-747. Now at this time, I'd like to invite Bill Pierce to the podium to speak to you about an upcoming event.
Thank you. It is my pleasure to announce that Unity of Orange County will be having a talent show towards the end of the year, probably in December. And if you have talent, or you know someone who has talent, or you just want to help out and be on staff or be on the committee, we certainly could use your services. And I should add one note. When I came to church today, several people approached me and said, can you tell us, will the Jerry Self Singers be on the bill for this talent show? And I can neither confirm nor deny that Jerry Self Singers will be on the bill. But for those of you who don't really, maybe you haven't heard about them, they have just finished their 2021 world tour. And we are speaking with their in the parlance of the music business. Our people are speaking to their people. So we should have some news upcoming shortly. And one final note for you music buffs. The other day I was speaking to a disc jockey in OC Rocks, and I posed this question to him. I said, who do you consider to be the best group, or the best entertainment to come out of Orange County? Would it be like Dick Dale, the king of surf guitars, or Gwen Stefani, who's on TV now, or maybe the Righteous Brothers? And he looked me square in the eye and he said, I think the Jerry Self Singers. And to be honest with you, I had to agree with them. They were the pioneers in good music, and they brought a lot of joy to the nation, to the world, and to Orange County. So we're very excited. I will keep you posted as we get more information. But I'm really excited about the talent show. Some people, we may have a magician, we may have poetry reading, we could have dance routines. I may be singing, but I will guarantee you that no tomatoes will be allowed into the audience area. So thank you very much.
So today we're talking about the golden thread, as Tina mentioned earlier. And it's about unity, guys. It's about, we are unity, right? But it's about unity. It's about seeing other people as a reflection of you. Sometimes that's a bright reflection, sometimes that's a dark reflection. But it's about coming together. And sometimes we put up a lot of obstacles. So this is a song by U2, and it talks a little bit about unity and those obstacles. Is it getting better? Or do you feel the same? easier on you now. You've got someone to blame. One love, one life. When it's one need in the night, one love, we get to share it. Leaves you, baby, if you don't care for it. Did I disappoint you or leave a bad taste in your mouth? You act like you've never had love, and you want me to go without. Well, it's too late tonight to drag the past out into the light. We're one, but we're not the same. Well, we carry each other one. Have you come here for forgiveness? Have you come to raise the dead? Have you come here to play Jesus to the lepers in your hand? Did I ask too much, more than a lot? You gave me nothing, now that's all I've got. We're one, but we're not the same. Well, we hurt each other and we'll do it again. You say love is a temple, love's the higher law. Love is a temple, love's the higher law. You ask me to enter, but then you make me crawl, and I can't keep holding on to what you've got when all you've got is hurt. One love, one blood, one life. You've got to do what you should. One life with each other, sisters, brothers. One life, but we're not the same. We get to carry each other one, one, one. Thank you guys so much. I love that song. It is time for us to get ready for meditation and daily word. We're going to slow things down. Get comfortable in your chair, feet flat on the floor. We're going to do this by singing "You Are a Blessing" to the world. Start with you. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth. And who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. Take it inside, know it for yourself. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth. And who I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. Now expand to include everyone. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth. And who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world. A blessing to the world. thank you guys. I want to welcome Reverend Allison to the platform.
Good morning. Daily word for Sunday, August 29th, 2021 is awareness. The world feels new as I grow in awareness. Spending time in mindful contemplation increases my awareness of my surroundings. As I concentrate and focus my attention, I shut out the distractions and settle my mind. My world begins to feel brighter, vibrant, and more alive as I notice the shift and sounds and textures and colors that I overlooked before come alive. Spending time in prayer increases my awareness of God's goodness, which I share with others, and I am patient and kind. I am generous and forgiving. This goodness returns to me as kindness and gentleness in the people that I meet, and ease and grace in all the places that I go. The world has not changed, but I have. My awareness of God in and as this life has opened my eyes and my ears, my mind, and my heart. And the scripture this morning is Psalms 119, chapter 18. Open my eyes so that I may behold wondrous things out of your law. And I invite you now to prepare for our meditation, preferably with your feet on the floor. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, just begin to take a few healing breaths. And as we start to go within, keep this in mind. It is not I, but the Christ within that does the work. What a glorious honor it is to join in this moment of meditation at this appointed time. This is a sacred time, a time for letting go and experiencing the presence within our minds and within our hearts. And united as we are in this moment, we join now in holding a thought of peace, wisdom, healing, and prosperity for ourselves, for those who we hold in prayer, and for our world. One with the ever-present, we experience perfect tranquility. As we breathe in now, let us open our minds and our hearts to the peace within. The peace that assures us, deep within our souls, that we are being divinely blessed. And as we rest in this quiet now, we let go of any concern and know that God, and with God, there is no sense of worry or concern. There is only a sense of peace, confidence, and security. And from this place of peace, we have all the energy, strength, and wisdom that we need to move forward and experience the blessings in every area of our life. It's in this faith that we hold within and know that our life's path is on track. So we let go and we go within. In this next breath, let us accept the wisdom of the divine and know that it is a blessing that is our truth and our way in all circumstances. This wisdom is our guiding light, our beacon of hope in every situation. So as we take a moment and ask for guidance, we open ourselves to the light, the divine light, and we relax. We are channels of this divine light, and we are attuned to it as well. So in this sacred time, we feel at peace, knowing that we are one with the light that motivates us, inspires us, and gently guides us on the path of fulfillment. Through this light within, we have the wisdom, abilities, and drive to succeed. We know what to do, and we do it. Attuned now in this divine light, we rest for a moment in the quiet. We are the beloved of God, filled with revitalizing power and strength. This is the truth that we hold in our hearts as we pray for this healing. So we breathe deeply, inhaling the healing power, the life force that dwells within our body temple. We feel the power filling us with greater energy and strength in mind and body. We are vitally alive, for this healing power and presence is at work within us. Knowing that we are being renewed in mind, body, and spirit right now, right here, we are at peace. And as we go within for a moment, we affirm health and strength for ourselves and for others. In this moment, we get to claim the infinite good that awaits us as the children of the divine. And as we move deeper and deeper into this experience, we turn our strength and our thoughts to prosperity. As we united in this awareness, we affirm that God is our source and our supply. And we claim our good right here and right now. We envision our lives as they are truly productive, fulfilling, and prosperous. With grateful hearts, we open ourselves to these blessings. And we see these blessings freely pouring upon us and everyone that is in our creative circle. We find ideas, timely opportunities, and successful outcomes. With our hearts attuned with this prosperous thought, we give thanks for the good as we rest in the silence. Let us know together that our thoughts of love contribute to the environment of peace that encircles the world. Through our thoughts and actions, we contribute to the lasting peace in the world. Every prayerful thought, every caring action brings us ever more aware and closer to one another. As we hold these thoughts of peace, we see all people united in this spirit of love and a common bond of faith. We know that every good desire for peace comes from within, and it is through this action that lasting peace becomes a reality. Affirming this reality, join your mind with others and hearts in a faith-filled prayer that we envision peace. As we begin to bring this time together to a close, this meditation, this wonderful healing opportunity, let us know that we can relive this experience in our minds and hearts each time that we go within. We are one in an awareness, and in this awareness, let us join and know that we are with everyone on earth at this moment, and that we can bring about prosperity, healing, peace through our minds, through our bodies, and through our actions. If you prefer, you can remain in the silence while we listen to the music, or you can begin to slowly open your eyes and bring your awareness back to this place as we prepare for the remainder of our service. Namaste.
Thank you. And thank you, Reverend Allison, for that beautiful, beautiful meditation. I could have stayed in that space all day. Good morning, Unity. I have some very giant shoes to fill today, and I'm just so grateful to be here with all of you this beautiful Sunday. For those of you who have been following along with our quest journeys, this week we're going to be talking about relationships. Relationships. So the title of the talk is The Golden Thread. And that actually came from this chapter because as we're getting together again after COVID, we're having to interact. We're being called to see each other again, to deal with our family and our friends. And what if I told you that I had the secret, the golden secret to relationship gold? That I have a secret that'll help you get along harmoniously with anyone you come into contact with. Well, the quest actually claims that in this chapter, the quest, not on its own merit, but based on all of the wisdom traditions from eons and eons, the quest in this chapter claims to have the secret to having harmonious relationships with everyone. So I thought I would come today and share this secret with all of you. But there's another part of having a secret. It's sharing it and practicing it. So today we're gonna dig into finding out why when we walk out these doors and we go home and we're filled with all the spiritual nourishment, we get irritated, we get impatient. We have all these human things come up and we forget. How can we forget? Do you ever find yourself saying, I wish I could relate to my family like I relate to my Unity family, right? I wish I could relate to my partner like I relate to my Unity family. Well, we have an invitation to do that. And in this chapter, the quest talks about being able to have Christ-to-Christ contact with whoever you come into contact with. And it also gives us some dangers of the pitfalls of what prevents us from really being able to see the Christ in another person. Reverend Allison says namaste at the end of her talks. That's the Hindu greeting for seeing the God in you. So before we get into what the quest says, I thought I'd read a little piece from Eric Butterworth and his essay called The Twain Shall Meet. And in this really brief essay, he talks about how we should always continually turn to the East, which is our spiritual origin. And he says here, we may think that we will be one when we find the kind of people whom we can relate to easily. But it is not in finding the right person, but it's in finding ourselves. To be one is to be whole, to know ourselves as spiritual beings, moving easily in the world of human relationships, but always guided by spirit. When we are in the flow of life, we no longer see in a mirror darkly, but we see face to face. When we journey from the East, the tone of our lives is completely set from outside. When we look for excuses, we cite things out there as the problem. We are always on the defensive, and it makes us angry or upset. But notice how a person in a dark room bumps into things as he fumbles for a light switch. And then when he touches the light switch, the room is flooded with light. He doesn't change anything in the room, but suddenly it is changed. This is why the time to salute the divinity in someone is at the very moment when you are tempted to make the opposite appraisal. Jesus says, turn the other cheek, but he means to get yourself straight, face to face, so you won't be looking out of the corner of your eye or talking out of the corner of your mouth. Let the Christ in you relate to the Christ in the other person. And then suddenly there will be a light in your eyes and a response of light in theirs. So in the quest, it gives us this tool of going direct. And Eric Butterworth is saying that when we come into contact with another person, we have to contact from within. And the only way we can do that is by remembering our golden essence. And Christ was the way sharer for that. So chapter 34, it sheds so much practical insight in how we're to enter into kindful communication, as I like to say, by reminding us to look through the golden thread. Look for it. You have to look for it within each person. Because at the innate essence of ourself, there is no barrier. There is no conflict. There is no need. But we have to remember our golden essence so that we can remind others of that. So I have to tell you, I had a very powerful lesson on how to overcome all of these outer obstacles in relating to the golden essence and finding that golden thread. I woke up one morning last week and my dog was barking so loud. And I look up on the wall and there's a mama possum with 7 little babies all on her back. And my dog is just trying to get up the wall, protecting me, doing her little doggy job. And I was just stunned. And animals speak to me in a really profound way. As all of you know me at Unity, symbols really speak to me. And so I saw this possum. So I'm trying to calm my dog down, but I was not calm, so my dog would not calm down. I love Caesar Milan, by the way. So I did what I could and I got her inside. And I went back out and I'm staring at this mama possum and she's looking at me with the most compassion. But I heard her, help me, help me. So I kept my dog inside and I was trying to get what she was asking me to do. She was giving me guidance. This little possum, this little ghost-faced cutie was giving me guidance. And so I got really quiet and I just listened. And that's part of the Christ-to-Christ communication. As we want to be able to shine our light, but we don't want to always have the receptivity to hear the shine of someone else. So I listened. My dog calmed down, I calmed down, and then I realized I went to work that day. Sometimes we have great Unity family and we can love what we do, but sometimes the people can make it a little bit more challenging. So I went into work and I remembered what the mama possum taught me. The things that normally would make me feel less than or make me on the defensive, guess what I did? I played dead to it. All of the ways I used to react to this specific person that I was having a challenge with, I decided to play dead. I learned from Mama Possum and I was like, you know what? If I can't play dead to emotions that don't serve me anymore, when it's really not a threat and really I know I'm one with God and they're one with God, I'm going to play dead to it. And at the end of Galatians, actually, I have a trouble with Paul sometimes, but Paul puts it pretty bluntly to us. And he says that when we receive Christ, that we have to die to our former self. And we have to throw all of those judgments and all of those former ways of being into the fires of love. So that's what the mama possum kind of taught me to do. So I was like, if I can do this with one person at work, maybe I could keep doing it and keep playing dead to the things that really don't matter. So in the quest, it gives us these strategies of going direct one-on-one and seeing each interaction as a possibility instead of a problem, as an opportunity to have that Christ-to-Christ contact. And it puts it forth to have it as a practice. So why do we stumble? Why do we forget? In the Toltec tradition, the cosmology is that we are all different facets, all different rays of light from one beautiful, multifaceted gem, which is the creator, the universe, the source. And each of us is a ray, right? And we have this big soul, as they call it, right? You can call that the Christ, you can call that God. And then there's a little soul, a little personalities that go through the world, right? And we might get hurt, and it's me. And we forget that we're part of this big soul. So in the Toltec tradition, it's all about remembering our golden essence so that you can shine that out. In the quest, in Christianity and Unity, that's another way of seeing the God within another person and reining that back. So in the quest, it talks about when you interact with someone else that you don't see their outer, you focus on the Christ within. But I think what we forget is that we skip over, we can't do that for another person unless we remember and receive the gift that Christ gave us ourselves. It's so much easier to hold it for somebody else. But we can't hold it for somebody else if we really don't believe it and feel it in ourselves. At least that's what I've been discovering when I've been studying this talk. It's that you can only give what you have, right? And we're here to give. So there's a story that I heard from Joseph Campbell years ago. And it's something that whenever I forget my oneness and I'm invited to have that golden thread practice, it really connects me back to source. And it's called the net of Indra. And if anyone's familiar with Buddhism or Hinduism, Joseph Campbell shared this when he was talking to Bill Moyers during The Power of Myth. And I want to read a story. It's a really great reminder of how to have that golden thread, that Christ-to-Christ contact communication. So there was a disciple of Buddha. And so here's the story. And he's having some struggles. So one night at the end of a retreat, one of Buddha's disciples asked him, "Master, what is the ultimate foundation of life in the world?" Buddha raised his eyes to the sky and he contemplated the stars. And then he smiled. And he said, "The ultimate foundation of life in the world is the net of Indra, the god of the heavens." And then he looked at his disciple and he said, "Indra established the heavens in the world, and he hung over his palace on Mount Meru a net of silk threads. And wherever the threads crossed, he placed a jewel. Each one of those jewels is reflected all of the light of creation, from mineral to animal to human to divine. Wherever the net crosses, there's a jewel. And every other jewel shines out to every other jewel. And each of us is a jewel in the net of Indra, in the dream of the great God. And anything you do to the net affects all of the other jewels." So that was an illustration in Hinduism of how we're all connected. So if you really feel connected to another person, you're going to want what's best for them. And you're going to trust that the Christ in them knows exactly what to do. And you're going to trust that the Christ in you will give you exactly the words you need when you're trying to have healthy relationships. And so the quest invites us to go direct and to see the Christ in another and to get out of the way so that the Christ in you can communicate and help the Christ in another. And before I leave you, I wanted to show you, just in case you remember as you go in the week, I want you to really take up this practice. I want you to take a 30-day golden thread challenge. And every person you come into contact with, whether it's at the gas station, whether it's someone at work, I want you to remember, it's a possibility to practice the golden thread, to practice the Christ-to-Christ communication. Because we talk about oneness at Unity, but we have to live it. So I weaved this week because I was so moved by the net of Indra. I just wanted to remind you of all of your luminous, radiant being. So sometimes you might have someone that'll hold that gaze for you and remind you when you're in the dark. I think this week we're going to be called to hold that gaze for somebody else. So remember your golden essence. Remember that it's going to take practice in this week. And I want to invite us to practice it right now because I'm all about doing. So I invite you to close your eyes for a moment. And I want you to bring to your mind, bring to your heart, picture someone who you would really like to have a more harmonious connection with, a more harmonious, loving relationship with. Maybe there's a phone call that you've been putting off to make. Maybe there's someone you're just too scared to talk to, too fearful, someone you want to reach out and help. Just bring them into your heart right now. Just picture them in your heart, your golden heart. And allow my words to come into your heart and feel them as your own, to speak to them. This is from Frank B. Whitney, and it's, "I behold the Christ in you. I behold the Christ in you. Here the life of God I see. I can see a great peace too. I can see you whole and free. I behold the Christ in you. I can see this as you walk. I can see this in all you do. I can see this as you talk. I behold God's love expressed. I can see you filled with power. I can see you ever blessed. See Christ in you hour by hour. I behold the Christ in you. I can see that perfect one, led by God in all you do. I can see God's work is done." And so it is. Amen. From John 13:34, "Love one another as I have loved you." From Luke 6:31, Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's the golden rule. You are the old golden essence. May your light shine so you can connect everyone, everywhere, to the golden essence within them, which goes directly to the heart of God. So it is. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Chenise. That was a beautiful message. And beautifully said and beautifully illustrated with your net. I loved it. Thank you so much. This is a classic. But this is maybe one of the best songs about unity that's ever been penned. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is the golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Now, I know most of you guys know this song. If you do, please join me in singing it again. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is the golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Thank you guys so much for joining me on that.
Wow, is all I can say. Chenise, your talk was just fabulous. Thank you so much. And the meditation was fabulous. Singing, I'm glowing. Does anybody see that? I tell you. So here at Unity, we believe in 5 basic principles. And they are: God is all good and active in everything, everywhere. I am naturally good because God's divinity is in me and in everyone. I create my experiences by what I choose to think and what I feel and believe. And through affirmative prayer and meditation, I connect with God and bring out the good in my life. And 5, I do and give my best by living the truth that I know I make a difference. And we also believe in giving and receiving, of course. And here at Unity, our church is solely run on donations. So we do want to thank you very much for donating to our spiritual community. And our church just welcomes in any and all donations. And remember that all donations are tax deductible. So ways that you can donate, you can visit our website and go to the donate button. You can text a donation to 77977 and type Unity of OC Give in the message. You can mail a check to Unity of Orange County at 23181 Verdugo Drive, Suite 103B. Or if you're here today, you can leave your gifts in the box as you exit the sanctuary. So your committed contributions allows Unity of Orange County to continue being a place where everyone is welcome, and we are committed to your spiritual well-being. So if you will, please, let's put our hands together to affirm our giving prayer. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And we always give and receive in love. So before we close, I would love to welcome any newcomers today. Do we have any people that are here for the first time? Wonderful. Put your hands up high so we can see who you are and welcome you. It's welcome, welcome. It's so nice to have you here today. Oh, we have a little helper today. Isn't that sweet? That's great. And what about second timers? If you've been here for the second time or new, put your hands up. There you go. Diane. So glad to see you back here again. Do we have any birthdays coming up? Birthdays, anniversaries, just because you feel like it day. You know, there you go, Reverend Allison. Let's give her an extra rose today. Very good. So now let us close our service with our prayer for protection, followed by the peace song. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is, and all is well. Yay, God. And the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. God bless you. Amen.